Do you want to connect better with others? To advance your career, deepen your relationships, and feel truly understood? Then let's improve your communication skills now. This isn't just about talking, it's about connecting, influencing, and succeeding. Poor communication leads to missed opportunities, stress, and conflict. Excellent communication unlocks everything you want. In this video, we will transform the way you interact with the world. We'll cover 5 critical modules: active listening, clarity, body language, conflict resolution, and continuous growth. If you're ready to master the single most important skill for success, let's begin.
Module 1. The Foundation. Mastery of Active Listening. We all think we're good listeners. We sit there, we don't interrupt, and we wait for the other person to finish. But that's not listening. That's just waiting to talk. The true foundation of effective communication isn't what you say, but how well you listen. When you genuinely listen, you make the other person feel valued, and that immediately unlocks a deeper level of connection and trust. The 3 levels of listening. Most of us operate at level 1, maybe level 2. To truly master communication, you need to reach level 3. Level 1. Internal listening. This is where your inner monologue is loudest. Someone is talking, but you're thinking, what should I say next? I disagree with that point. How does this affect my schedule? You're hearing the words through the filters of your own concerns. It's self-centered. Level 2. Focused listening. This is better. You are focused on the speaker's words. You're tracking the facts, the data, and the storyline. This is great for gathering information, like a detective. You're hearing what they are saying. Level 3. Global listening. The communicator's goal. This is where you listen with your ears, your eyes, and your gut. You are listening for the words, the tone, and the body language. You're picking up on the emotion, the underlying need, and the meaning behind the words. This is where true understanding happens.
Practical tactics for engagement. 1. The power of minimal encouragers. You don't need to speak to show you're listening. Simple verbal or non-verbal cues tell the speaker, I'm with you, keep going. A simple nod, an I see, or a brief tell me more validates their message and encourages them to continue. 2. Mirroring and paraphrasing. This is the most powerful technique to prevent miscommunication. Mirroring is simply repeating the last few key words the person said. It encourages them to elaborate on that specific point. Paraphrasing is repeating the core message back to the speaker in your own words. For example, so it sounds like you're saying you've been blocked by a technical issue and you need access to move forward. Is that right? This simple check-in prevents assumptions and gives them a chance to correct you immediately. 3. Removing distractions. Active listening requires attention. When in a conversation, turn your phone face down. That visual signal tells the speaker, you are my priority right now. When your mind starts to wander, gently pull it back. Focus on one specific thing the speaker is doing. This grounds you in the present moment. Mastery of communication begins with a quiet mouth and an open mind. Listen actively. Listen globally. Paraphrase often. This is the bedrock.
Module 2. Messaging with precision, clarity, conciseness, and structure. Once you've listened, it's time to speak, and when you do, your goal should be surgical precision. The enemy of clarity is jargon and vague language. If you can say it simply, do so. Embrace the KISS principle. Keep it simple, stupid. Use simple language and avoid industry buzzwords when talking to someone outside your field. The clearer your message, the less room there is for misunderstanding. Be concise, respecting time. Don't forget to be concise. Get to the point without rambling. This shows respect for your listeners' time and keeps their attention. Practice the 1-minute rule. Can you explain the core idea of your request, problem, or proposal in 60 seconds or less? If not, you haven't prepared enough. The power of structure. The PREP method. To ensure your message is persuasive and logical, use a simple structure like the PREP method for professional or difficult conversations. P. Point. State your main point clearly and immediately. I believe we need to launch the product in the second quarter. R. Reason. Provide the core reason why. Because our main competitor is releasing a similar feature in Q3. E. Example. Back it up with data or an anecdote. Our research shows a 30% drop in user engagement when competitors move first. P. Point. Reiterate your main point for emphasis. Therefore, an early Q2 launch is critical to maintain our market share. Using structure ensures you never lose your audience and always sound prepared and credible.
Module 3. The unspoken language. Mastering non-verbal communication. Words only account for a small percentage of your communication. The majority is delivered through the unspoken language of your body. Body language matters. Eye contact, gestures and posture. 1. Eye contact. Maintain consistent but not aggressive eye contact. In professional settings, focus on the T-zone, the area between the eyes and the mouth. This communicates confidence and sincerity. 2. Open versus closed gestures. Be aware of your hands and arms. Crossed arms, fidgeting, or hands in pockets are closed gestures that can signal defensiveness, boredom, or dishonesty. Use open gestures, hands visible, palms up, to show you are receptive and transparent. 3. Posture. Stand or sit up straight. Open your shoulders. Good posture doesn't just make you look confident, it changes your internal chemistry, making you feel more confident. The power of tone, or paralanguage. It's not just what you say, but how you say it. Your tone, your pitch, pace, and volume can completely alter a message. A soft tone when delivering bad news can show empathy. A firm, confident tone when stating a boundary shows authority. Ensure your tone is always congruent with your words. If you say you're happy, but your voice is flat, you create confusion and mistrust. Your nonverbal communication can say more than words ever could. Align your body with your message.
Module 4. High-stakes communication, conflict, feedback, and difficult conversations. Not all conversations are easy. The most critical communication skills emerge when the stakes are high, during conflict, and when giving or receiving feedback. Conflict resolution. Using the I statement. When conflict arises, shift the focus from blaming the other person to explaining the impact of their behavior on you. Use the I statement framework. I feel X. State the emotion. Example, frustrated, worried. When you do Y, state the specific behavior, not the person. Because Z. State the impact or need. Example, instead of, you never listen to me, say, I feel frustrated when I see you looking at your phone during our team meeting because it makes me worry that my input isn't being valued. This is specific, non-judgmental, and focused on finding a solution. Delivering constructive feedback. Avoid the cliché feedback sandwich, which can be confusing. Instead, use the situation, behavior, impact model for clear, actionable feedback. 1. S. Situation. State the context. During the presentation to the clients this morning. 2. B. Behavior. Describe the specific action. You interrupted Mr. Chen 3 times. 3. I. Impact. Explain the effect. The impact was that we lost his train of thought, and it made our team look unprofessional. Now you have a clear, objective starting point for improvement. Receiving feedback non-defensively. When receiving feedback, your job is to listen actively. Module 1. Do not interrupt, do not argue, and do not make excuses. Simply nod, take notes, and ask clarifying questions like, "Can you give me a specific example of when I did that?" Thank the person for their courage and honesty. Constructive criticism is a powerful tool for growth, not a personal attack.
Module 5. Continuous growth. Seeking and applying feedback. Communication is a skill, not a talent. It requires constant maintenance and practice. Seeking feedback the right way. Don't wait for performance reviews. Proactively seek specific feedback. Avoid non-leading questions like, "Was I good?" Instead, ask questions that require a tactical answer. What is one thing I could have done better in that presentation? How could I have stated my objection more clearly during that debate? What non-verbal signals did you notice from me that contradicted my words? This forces the other person to provide actionable input you can use immediately. Your personalized action plan. Treat every conversation as a chance to improve. Create a communication journal, a simple tool for tracking your interactions. After a high-stakes meeting, write down what went well and one thing you could change. Set a simple, weekly communication goal. For example, I will use paraphrasing 3 times a day for the next week, or I will practice the prep method before every email. By setting small, manageable goals, you transition from passively hearing this information to actively integrating it into your daily life.
We've covered the 5 pillars of communication: active listening, clarity and conciseness, non-verbal mastery, high-stakes communication, and continuous growth. Communication is the skill that determines your success in every arena of life. The tips and techniques we've shared today aren't just theoretical, they are actionable tools that will give you an immediate advantage. Go put this into practice. Start small, be patient with yourself, and commit to listening with focus and speaking with intention. You will see a significant positive impact on your life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tips on personal development, and let me know in the comments below which module you're going to work on first. Start now and start seeing the difference.